name's Karen and I'm a diabetes dietitian. Thank you for joining me today and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be learning how to carbohydrate count pasta. And to do this we're going to need a few things. We're going to need a calculator or maybe a phone with a calculator app. We're going to need a copy of Carbs and Cals, either the book or the Carbs and Cals app. As you can see, mine is a bit worn from many years of use. We're also going to need some scales, and it's really helpful if they are digital scales, as in they show a number rather than the old-fashioned scales that had the lever. Okay, I think that's all we need, so let's get started. Okay, so I've got my water on the go, ready for the pasta. Now today I'm going to show you how to calculate the carbs from the cooked weight of pasta. And you might think, well, why does it change? Well, as pasta cooks, it starts at one weight, and then as you cook it, it takes on water, and that increases the total weight of the pasta. Now the Carbs and Cals book and the Carbs and Cals app, for things like pasta or rice or potato, they tend to use the cooked weights. So that we're comparing like with like, I normally suggest that we work out our pasta with the cooked weight. So, my water's looking good. I'm going to put my pasta in. Woo! As normal, I've spilt it everywhere. The thing to bear in mind is a lot of the packets of pasta on the labelling on the back will tell you the dry weight, which isn't very helpful. Again, we're not comparing like with like. The other thing is if you're cooking for a busy family, you don't want to work out the carbs for one person's portion and then it's all gone in the same pan. That meant you'd have to cook it in two different pans, which I think is a lot of faff. So let's work out from the cooked weight today. Right, here we go. We have got our pasta. I have rinsed it off with boiling water, then it's all cooked. So we're going to take a plate that we know will be the plate that we eat our pasta on. And you can see, as I put it on the scales have increased. So we need to press this button, tare, T-A-R-E, and it will make the scales 0. Next, you want to put however much pasta you think you are going to eat. Let's say, for example, that amount. And look, it's 132 grams. Now you'll see it slightly start to drop. There it went 131, and that's just the steam coming off it. So that's okay, that's close enough. So 131 grams, and that's the total weight. Okay, so we know our total weight of pasta. And you'll notice that when I weighed the pasta, I did it before it had any sauce on it, any vegetables with it, any meat. And you want to do that. You want to cook your pasta and then weigh it separately, ideally before you add any sauces or anything like that. So we have a total weight, 131 grams. So if you want to have a look in the app or in the book for Carbs and Cals, I'm going to look up the type of pasta it is. It's called penne. There we go. Gluten-free is always this pink colour, and then the black numbers give you the actual page it's on if it's not gluten-free. So this is not gluten-free pasta. So let's go to 210. Lots of different types of pasta in the book. Okay, here is our penne. So, if you've not used the Carbs and Cals book before, let me just talk you briefly through it. We have 6 different portion sizes of our cooked pasta. Under each picture, in a small little black letters here and numbers, you will see the total weight of the cooked pasta. And then in the green circle, the corresponding amount of carbohydrates. Because pasta isn't just carbs, it's also got some protein in there, some fibre, and other things which add weight. So if you remember, we were 131 grams for our total weight. So we're going to be, looking at these pictures, somewhere between this and this. So that means we'll be somewhere in between 30 and 50 grams of carbohydrate. So how do we work that out? Well, there's a simple calculation you can do. You take the green circle of any of these pictures, so let's take this one, 50, divided by the total weight, in this case on this picture, is 148. And you hit return and it will say 0 point something. Always 0 point something if you've got the calculation right. Okay, and then we're going to times that by our total weight of our cooked pasta times 131 equals. So 44.25675. You don't need to worry about all that. Just go to the nearest carbohydrate, the nearest gram. So in this case, 44 grams. And remember we said we'd be somewhere between these two numbers, and there we go, 44 grams of carbs. So that's what you could work out how much insulin you need using that figure. So that's one system. Let's look at some other ways that we can work it out. For method 2, we're going to use the Carbs and Cals app. In this case, I am going to use the iPhone version of the app. So you'll see I've got lots of little apps in this folder here that I use as a dietitian. Let's go to the Carbs and Cals version. We'll open it up, and this will be the menu that you first see. And in the corner, the top left-hand corner, you'll see 3 little lines which opens up the menu. So let's press that. We're going to open the menu, and we're going to go to Food List. We're then going to type in at the top here penne, which is the type of pasta that we are going to eat. Then we're going to select the top option there. That will bring up these 6 different pictures, and you will see a little section at the bottom which in very faint writing says, or type in your portion weight. And this is where we're going to enter the weight that we got off the scales, which was 131 grams, and then hit done. And lo and behold, this version of the app works it out for you. Very, very useful, I think. So that is option 2 for working out the carbohydrates. Okay, so let's review the 2 methods that we've used so far. Number 1 was using the book and working out using that calculation that I showed you. Number 2 was using the iPhone version of the Carbs and Cals app. As of the time of recording this video, we are in April 2020. That feature, unfortunately, isn't on the Android version yet. I know that's something Carbs and Cals are working very hard on trying to bring to the market, so fingers crossed it will come soon. The other little system I wanted to show you is a little bit rough and ready, but it's a bit of a cheat that you can use with this type of pasta. So this sneaky third method is actually what I call the rule of a third. So for penne, for spaghetti, for shells, I'm showing my ignorance now, I don't know what they're all called, for twists, this system works really, really well. And basically, remember that our total weight was this number, 131 grams, okay? So, roughly speaking, for cooked pasta, the carbs is about a third. Just to prove it to you, I'm going to get my calculator. Oh, sorry for all the noise. And it was 131. That was the total cooked weight. We're going to divide that by 3, and it comes out, I don't know if you can see this, to 43.6, which I would round up to 44. So that works pretty well as a good rule of thumb. Okay, so I hope that's cleared up some of the confusion around carb counting pasta. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to answer them. And we're hoping that we will be able to do more of these videos for you, particularly around carbohydrate counting, because I know it's something that causes a lot of confusion. Okay, so it's been great to spend time with you. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.